Hi and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be opening a guitar from a brand that just debuted in January on Amazon, Fesley, F-E-S-L-E-Y. Now this one was $119 or $117 after tax. It's since gone up to $119.99 new. Now the other colors are 134 and 139, and I think there's 5 other colors. So this was the cheapest, but it also takes an extra week to 2 weeks to arrive. Now, first thing is this is a giant box. It's a small guitar and you can hear it. So this is not a good packing job. We do have a spot down here on the box and on the side, and then another one over here. So we hope this is going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and get it out of this big box and then we'll proceed with the opening. Zero packing inside. It's just the guitar box. So we had that giant box. For a regular size guitar box. It's probably got foam in it. My Fireflies actually come shipped just like this, and they've arrived fine so far. But here's the box. Fesley, to lead the new cool. So let's see what's inside this thing. Okay, there's almost no padding inside this box. That's concerning. I'll show you. That's it. We have a couple bumpers for the corners and for the top of the headstock, and at the bottom where the strap button is. That's all the padding except for the gig bag it comes in. Now this is fairly thin gig bag. I mean, it's not terribly thin, but this is not enough padding for a guitar, so I am a little concerned. However, it does have the rubber bumper at the bottom. We've got some adjustable back straps. It does feel good. It's got a nice thick handle. I will say this, it feels like a decent gig bag for what it is. Another strap here that's really comfortable. Pretty decent sized pocket. Nothing inside it. Okay. Let's unzip this. And inside we don't have any additional padding. There's no neck brace or anything to the gig bag, so it's just a standard gig bag. I'll let you see the inside real quick. So just fine to carry around to jams and stuff. And the guitar is just wrapped in plastic. We have our goodies up here at the headstock, held down with a rubber band. Looks like a whammy bar and two Allen wrenches. Oh no. Oh, okay, that's just I thought we had a cracked headstock on a strap style guitar, but it's a hang tag that was hidden. Had a little piece of black on it. Now on the headstock, this says Fesley Crafted Edition. So no kind of model number or anything. That's all we get. Ooh. This tag around the tuner's proving problematic. We'll just cut it. Okay, so what we have is a Strat copy. It does have a carve here on top and on the tummy. We have HSS mounted to the body. We have a standard 6-screw tremolo, volume, 2 tones. There is not a coil split, just a really loose knob. 5-way switch. Now it says it's a poplar body with a satin finish. Got standard control cavity cover back here. I do like we have the output jacks mounted down here on the side. I'm guessing these are ceramic pickups. It does not say. It says it's a maple neck and a natural wood-like fretboard, so I don't know if it's actually maple or just made to look like maple. But it is pretty. It has some nice figuring. Sorry, I get a little bit of glare there. See if I can tone that down for you. Now we do have black hardwares. We have vintage Kluson style tuners, except they're not actually split shaft. So they're made to look like split shaft tuners, but they are standard side load tuners. Single string tree, truss rod adjusts up at the nut. Now the nut, I believe, is plastic. It looks like it, but it looks like it's been cut pretty well. See if I can get that in here for you guys. Okay, we have a satin finish on the back of the neck. Very light, you can see it. There's a tiny bit of gloss there. Very satiny feeling. And of course, it's a satin finish. Now it actually says matte, and generally with satin, it'll show handprints very easily where matte doesn't. So let's find out. This is a matte finish. Check that out. Watch it go away. So leave a little, maybe a little mark, but nothing like the satin guitars I've had. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, right off the bat, let me grab a pick. It's not in tune, but if this ends up playing well once tuned, it's got really good action. Eyeballing it, the neck looks straight. Actually looks really good. Wow. Okay, other than the knobs being loose, right off the bat, oh no, we got a tone. This volume knob is completely stripped out. It will turn it, but as soon as you hit 10, it just keeps right on going. That is true of 2 of the 3 of them. So the volume and tone 1 both, you can back it down, and as soon as you hit 1 or 0, it just keeps spinning. And same when you get to 10, and if you do it too fast, it just spins. So the knobs already have issues. That's a shame, because I have to say, if I can get this to show, if you look around the neck pockets, the paint job looks good on this. I'm surprised for it. This was $109.99 plus tax. I paid, I think, $116 and change, $117 and change. They're now $119.99, and the other colors are $134 for the sunburst, and the other 3 or 4 colors are $139. This one does take longer to get to you by 1 to 2 weeks. I waited 3.5 weeks for it. But I have to say, if you're into a matte finish, I'm really surprised at how good this looks. And the black neck plates actually got a nice mirror to it. The plastics are single ply on the back, but they look thick. Now, one thing I do want to point out is the back of the neck. Now, there's no serial number or markings on the headstock, but the back of the neck is also pretty good looking. If I can get it in there with this light. There is some cool figuring throughout it, which is always nice. I mean, it's not the most figured neck by any stretch, but you've got some nice figuring front and back. It's got a decent weight to it. We'll get the weight and stuff here in a minute. So, okay, first impressions, this guitar feels really nice. It's definitely heavier than my Squier. It is a full-size body from what I can tell. It's not heavy like my Ibanez RG or my Les Pauls or Les Paul copies. But yeah, it's a comfortable weight. I'm going to guess this is probably around 7.5 to 8 pounds at the very most. The frets, they're really not scratchy. Maybe a tiny, tiny bit. But they're definitely not highly polished, but even the frets look like they have a little bit of shine to them. Again, if I can get it out of that light, but the fret ends feel great. I mean, the cheap guitars have been good at getting frets that, for the money, really feel good, but These, if I found these on a $400 or $500 guitar, I would have no problem with this. Now, they do seem to be medium, maybe medium jumbo. I really think these are medium frets. So let's go ahead and also the ends of them, they're not like highly dressed or anything, but they're rounded enough. If I can catch that in there for you. But they're rounded enough that it's very comfortable. All right, so let's tune it up.
One thing else I wanted to mention real quick is you might need to slightly adjust the neck. You don't see this often on Strat style guitars, but you do see it. There's not a lot of real estate on your E string down there on the light E string. It's very easy to slip right off the fret. And as you can see, you've got a whole lot of room on your bass E string. So normally you'd loosen the bolts, shift the neck a little bit, and lock them back in place on the back. However, I'm not going to do anything with this guitar because it's got multiple minor issues, mainly the issue with the pot or with the volume knobs being completely stripped out. So other than that, I think it's a good guitar for the money. I really like the way it plays. It's really comfortable to play. Definitely medium frets. If those just can't be medium jumbo, there's no way.
Okay, so after playing the guitar, I have to say it actually plays really well for a guitar in this price point, and actually just plays well in general. It's got a comfortable neck, pretty standard Strat-shaped neck of basic C. It's got low action. Your cutaways are comfortable. My biggest problem is the factory setup on the pickup height, but even just because it looks like it's awfully high, but as you can see, it sounds pretty good. It really plays well, actually, for what it is. So in this price point, I think this is actually a really good deal if you can get over how they ship the guitars. That's concerning. I can't guarantee that it won't arrive damaged being shipped that way. However, blackout hardware, output jack on the side, HSS, it's a nice setup. All right, well, that is the Fesley Crafted Edition S-style guitar, humbucker single, poplar body, maple neck. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of content, please click like and subscribe. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Leave me some comments and suggestions. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, keep playing.